sensational.
Thought Crimes.
Warning: the Federal Communications Commission has determined the following content to be emotionally harmful. Snowflakes should not view this content under any circumstances, even if supervised by a G.I. Joe, Navy SEALs, Army vet, or someone with good common sense. The views and opinions expressed, including the depictions of persons of color, corrupt politicians, white people with or without a tan, haters who have yet to brush their teeth typing angrily in the comment section with hot breath syndrome, do not reflect any official policy or position of the U.S. government. This program contains graphic language, dark comedy, unique intelligence, creativity, a high credit score, and high blood pressure when triggered. This program has also been accused of racism, violence, misogyny, mansogyny, feminism, MGTOWism, defacement of celebrities, and of course, being a bully. Welcome to Thought Crimes.
What's up? Welcome to Thought Crimes, everyone. This is your girl, Sincere, and I'm here with...
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? This is your man, Pete Solo, back in the building again. Y'all know what's up, y'all. Hope y'all feeling good out there. Look, let's just get straight into it, folks. First and foremost, today, B.More and Sin will be live on the Esoteric tier on Patreon. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys know, they do Astro Talk, Astrology Talk every Friday at 6:15 p.m. Today is no different. They will be live today on Patreon. It's a Patreon exclusive. We got some more of those things coming up too, by the way, so we have been working on some stuff. But yes, today, they're going to be live at 6:15 p.m., boys and girls. I know some of y'all are like, bro, what? Y'all not, what? This ain't the morning? I wasn't expecting y'all to go live. Yeah, we're live right now. Also, you guys know 38 Spesh. He has a puncher's chance. 38 Spesh says he's going to be dropping something at midnight tonight. He said it is his response. I know a lot of people, they said they're putting pictures up right now. They're like, oh, I thought Jada and Spesh, I thought they were like, they got along, they were in the club together. And I said, not so fast. Remember, again, when it comes to lyricisms or lyricists on any sort of level, folks, any lyricist has a puncher's chance, especially if they're good with the word. They just need to be able to capture and own the moment. That's most important more than anything else.
Now, of course, on Monday, we're going to tap back into this topic again on 38. And also, we're going to be talking about on Monday morning show, Red Nation with YG and the game versus. So we're going to be talking about that and a lot more stuff. Of course, politics as usual mixed in there as well. But right now we're talking about Spesh. I mean, we talk about also Rome Streetz, man. I got to say that On the Radar, fire. Fucking fire. We're going to go more into Rome Streetz and him having the streets ablaze right now with his music. He's been out here for a while hustling and putting out some great material and albums and great work. But I just want to give his credit on that because I love the freestyle. I love the music. And then also CG 520 produced it. That was a nasty production. So I went and followed that. I'm like, who is this on the production? I was like, we're listening to that gritty. I felt like I was in Gotham.
Yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. No, Rome Streetz has always been dropping hot fires, so shouts out to him. And definitely the On the Radar freestyle is a fire freestyle. So, I like to see, again, hip-hop continue on to, we can judge things on all different levels, y'all.
Shoot you in your face like Jalen Bronson.
There you go. Well, speaking of basketball, shouts out to Ariel Smoke, says Bron's a 76er. The house committed treason. Emmanuel Acho's beefing with Lowe. Oh, is he? That's crazy. It really is the United States of Israel. The world is in chaos. Well, we appreciate you so much. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be working on some things. So I want to see if I can get things correct for y'all. So, again, it might be able to line something up at midnight tonight. Yes, more than likely we'll jump in. I know some people's asking about the verses. And we're going to see about if I can get a live review going on with this 38 Spesh track. And again, I know a lot of people are praying over Jadakiss's head right now. I said, Jada's a grown man, and so is 38 Spesh. Let them boys get in the ring, all right?
Oh, I agree.
Let them get in the ring. I'm tired of all the pansy shit. The fans, some of y'all got to move because y'all acting like grandmas. Leave my grandson alone.
It's when they do that media rigging shit instead of letting shit breathe.
Hey, man, you can't.
And going back to what you said, Jadakiss is a fucking legend. Even when he was doing his bars and he was like, recently, if you speak ill of me, I medicate your mouth.
Come on now, hold on, Sid.
I said what? Jada said,
come on, Sid, you coming in with the punchlines today,
Jalen Brunson. I medicate your mouth.
Yeah.
Jadakiss is one of the major fixtures, legends, and I would say for hip hop, he is an icon in hip hop. Yeah. He's a lyricist. He's a legend in the game, and 38 is someone that you shouldn't sleep on. Guys got bars for days. He's been there putting that work in the independent scene, so I think it's all beautiful.
Let's see. Also, let me see. I'm going to the comments real quick. Chief says, I think they're trolling. I think it's a diss. I don't think it's a diss. Like I said, we'll see. Either way, we'll see. But I'm going to be honest with you. When I look at the single art players, you got to explain that to me. Now, I hope the Wu-Tang Forum Board is not doing Final Fantasy football. Listen, I love the hip-hop community, but sometimes, I got to tell y'all, man, sometimes it be kitten gloves, and they like, nah, I don't want my goats to be outside fighting.
To be honest, if either way it goes, I'll be happy. If Jadakiss and 38 hop on a track together.
That'll be fire, too.
And that's what it is.
I'll still review the track.
That would be funny. We'll still review it. And if, 38 takes shots at Kiss, and it's a battle, and he responds to the bit of bars that Jadakiss threw his way, then it's either way a win-win situation.
But I'm going to be honest with you, players and playettes. If we are talking about the track and the title, Fool's Mate in chess is one of the fastest checkmates in history. Now, I'm seeing a lot of people online say, hey, they got a song together. Well, who is 38 Spesh checkmating? It can't be us. It can't be the audience. Who is the only other person that may have had a song called Checkmate before?
Jada.
I'm just
Oh wait,
asking,
are they checkmate in the audience?
what are we doing here?
It could be.
That's what I'm saying.
What if they out like, we played y'all. Y'all thought we was about to battle, but it does seem like it's going in that direction of a real battle.
I'm just saying,
We'll see.
look at fool's mate. All right, it's the fastest checkmate move in chess. Okay, so look, I'm gonna be open. Listen, I tell you guys what. See, the reason why I do what I do, Sin does as well. Some of you all were already dumping 38 Spesh in the Hudson River.
Gave
And
no respect to a
said,
lyricist.
hey, listen,
Come on, guys.
I said, dog, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. That's not how it works in athletic sports, and that's not how it works in hip hop. I'm just being honest with you. We didn't see plenty of guys. You guys got to go back to the great moment between Jay-Z and Nas. I think people forgot where Nas was. I'm not saying 38 Spesh is Nas. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying how people can be very dismissive in hip hop because, you know, people say, hey, man, Nas can't do nothing with that chip tooth. I remember that. So, you know, when it comes to battles between lyricists, hey, man, that thing can go either way.
Well, and as you said, it's apples and oranges. We know 38 is a real lyricist. He's put out great projects as well. He's just not mainstream, you know, and that's all right as well. This is what makes hip hop beautiful, you know,
Yes.
where you have the underground scene, you have independent creators, and then you have people who are in the majors. You know, people who are in the majors is Nas, Jay-Z. If you talk about Jadakiss, even Styles P. You know, although, you know, Styles always kept one foot in the underground. One can say the same thing about Jadakiss as well. But I think that 38's career should be respected as well for in its own right. But of course, like, Jadakiss is a fucking legend.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what people are talking.
He put in the work to you know, be praised in the way that he is. So of course.
Yes. So the thing is just, you know, we're going to be seeing exactly where it goes. But also Too Groovy, I hope I'm saying it right. Too Groovy says, nah, dead ass, bro. You right. They literally talk themselves into making the dumbest points they think make sense to a regular person that got common sense. Shouts out to you, man. But yeah, no, that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know, the 38 Spesh and the Jada thing, and I did say this before. I said, listen, lyricism is lyricism. Jadakiss is like a fat Hawaiian chief, all right? He's like an Inca chief in hip-hop. So you're going to be battling the tribe. You're going to be battling the culture. You're going to be battling legacy because, again, it's a heavyweight champ you're stepping in the ring with. So like I stated earlier, I said, look, I'm not here to clown 38 Spesh and his aspiration to move into the hierarchy of lyricism, but also is going to have to be a little bit more than just punchlines.
Well, and also to add to that, you know, we got to stop as the audience in the hip hop community. Hopefully we can all do this together. This is what Thought Crimes is about. We got to tell all the Stan Wars and platforms just to shut up. I'm going to be honest, and the super fans. We're here to enjoy hip hop culture, which is what 38 and Jadakiss is a part of. Right. Now, if you think Jada is going to smoke 38 or vice versa, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people. Y'all know what I mean by the Stan Wars. You know, it's time to move on. Keep enjoying hip hop. Some people are stuck in a groupie matrix, and we got to, like, wash that shit off. And going back to Jada and 38, and even what's going to drop at midnight, is really going to be interesting because I personally felt like New York City never left. I understand for what the past 30 years that Atlanta has been running it, and they have. But I never felt like New York City just automatically just left out completely. Yeah, I mean, you can never say like LA or New York City just like in the casket because, you know, you see the influence everywhere. Just like you see the influence of Atlanta sound, you know, merged in with other regions as well. So getting back to this whole grittiness of going back to New York City, I love the boroughs. I even love when we had the conversation about what is happening in upstate New York, what's been happening in upstate New York.
Yes,
I love the whole energy. And I also love how a lot of people in New York City has a great sense of humor. Cook on New York City niggas all the time. They cook back. So it's a great energy. But we have a
Wu-Tang soup niggas. All right, yeah, absolutely. Shouts out to the Melanin Man. It says here, Rome been my favorite rapper since he dropped Kiss the Ring. And he goes on and says, when he goes off with alliterations, fire double emoji. We appreciate you so much. He says, I expect Spesh to do his thing. And thank you for the powerful fist emoji, man. We already know what time it is. I love it. Y'all know how we are. We love the battles. We enjoy them when people come outside. I also, side note, that hasn't really gotten much coverage, but I have been enjoying the Hitman, or they say you are the Get Hit Man. I have been enjoying the Hitman Loaded Lux battle too, by the way. Them boys been trading pretty fairly decent bars and videos back to each other. And I like the clean punches they giving each other. So I really have been enjoying it. You can't say the competitive nature with real hip hop is gone away. And also, just to keep it moving forward here, I'm going to be honest with you. Matter of fact, Shane, I'm going to go ahead and let me punch it in real quick, help y'all with some definitions of chess and chess moves. So let me see here if I can get this on the screen. Let's talk about Fool's Mate. Right, because Jadakiss has always been celebrated for possibly one of the more popular diss tracks when he was snapping on 50 Cent's Big Neck at the time.
He was cooking
on.
He
was cooking him.
He was cooking on 50 Cent Big Back.
Yeah, he cooked him. I said, you know what? When Jada dropped Checkmate, I said, bro, they about to push your album back. This is too good.
No, that was true. The Endoscope regime, because the Endoscope, they were a regime. They still are.
Yeah.
They did block Jadakiss' career.
Block.
But Jadakiss, that's why it's good. Jadakiss had a unique career because he always had one foot still in the streets.
Right.
And I don't want in crime, just like ground level hip hop, right? So he was able to survive the Interscope blocking. But I get why Jadakiss said, fuck it. You remember like the German at the end of
Django,
Unchained?
Yes.
Where he's like, to the Candyman, he's like, yo, I just can't stand you, you bitch ass. And he knew it was going to be consequences, but he shot at him anyway. That's what Jadakiss did to 50 Cent.
Yeah, so the thing is that, when we got to go back to it, because I'm seeing the hip hop fans online, and I love them, man, I do. But, I'm just saying, wow, I don't mind a Jadakiss and 38 Spesh track again. I know people, I think they don't understand the history of 38 Spesh. He actually assisted in giving Benny Butcher his shot. So I want people to understand that, because they were like, oh, y'all like that knockoff. There's a lot of upstate niggas moving around right now. They all doing their own thing. Y'all know the Rock Marcianos. It's like a lot of stuff popping all over through that whole particular situation. But laying it out on the line, because I'm not going to lie to you all. I was like, you know what? A 38 Spesh Jadakiss track, it wouldn't be bad. I mean, I'm not against it. But then you got to go to the meaning of it, though. Checkmate, and we're talking about, let's say, it is a move occurring in just 2 moves due to severe opening mistakes by White, specifying or specifically involving weak pawn moves that exposes the king to a quick queen attack.
No, that sounds like a diss.
Nigga.
That sounds like a diss, bro.
So I wanted to read that to you all, because I got people on Twitter adding me talking about, nah, they doing something. I said, bro, it's called Fool's Mate. That is not a friendly move.
And sometimes the nastiest diss is the ones that also show respect. Because how this comes off to me, like what you're saying, Prince, it comes off as if 38 is acknowledging in this relationship, yes,
Jada's the king.
Jadakiss is the king. I acknowledge that. But let me tell you how I'm going to take out the king. And these are the mistakes that the king made that led to me coming over here and taking his crown off of his head. So we'll see if that is what he is alluding to. We'll find out at midnight.
Y'all gotta understand, man. Jadakiss is like an African elephant. Nigga, if you break the tusk off of that motherfucker right there, you do go down in the history books. I'm just being real with y'all. Now, Jada come outside and show everybody that he still got that George Foreman swing in him. He gonna go back down in the history book again, because Jadakiss does got bodies under his record. That's why I think this is interesting.
Well, that to your point, this is one of the great things about 38 actually being from New York City, because of what you said. When people was looking at George Foreman like, oh, he's old and fat now. Old fat nigga can't do shit.
Right.
He pummeled guys half his age in the boxing ring. That's the level that Jadakiss is still on. Yeah. So, of course, 38 is going to have to bring his A game. And then I also saw people on like X, and I do agree with them. I'm like, they were saying like, if he misses, then that's it.
Yes.
Because you're going after somebody where there's certain people you only get one shot.
Yeah.
And if you miss that one shot, that's it. Like Nas is one of those people. You know, you get a shot, you know, everybody's open, but you got to come with your A game at the beginning because of the status that this person has, right? And again, it seems like 38 understands that, and we'll see if the execution is going to be top tier when we listen at midnight.
Yeah, like, again, I'm open to the idea of them showing up together, you know, on a track, but I'm going to keep it triller with y'all. Trillistically speaking, man, listen, Fool's Mate, that is not a friendly chess move. That is not a friendship ring. It ain't called charm bracelet. That'll be different if 38 Spesh would be like, yeah, tonight, y'all, at midnight, I'm dropping charm bracelet. Like, oh, okay, they might got something together.
Yeah,
but
this is not YG in the game.
No,
you had got Red Nation track produced by Switz Beats and Timbaland. You know, you saw on Versus. We'll
with
talk
the Ricky
about
Martin sample.
we talk about more on Monday, where, you know, it was just a super friends event of like guys who respected each other and love each other and all that. So it was a big hug fest, you know, from a lot of, you know, blood and whatever gang members and all that, but they were showing love for each other. So it was some super friend stuff, you know. I don't know, we're getting super friends with 38 and Jadakiss.
I just don't feel like it, y'all. And when have New York niggas been friendly? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I could see if these were like Atlanta niggas. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all. And it's some New York fans online saying, no, they got a song together. I said, what?
Well, we'll see. But New York City is a tricky city because
what's going on here? I'm not against it, but it don't feel like it's going to be the most friendly.
New York City and just the state of New York in general is a tricky state and city because niggas who admire each other and love each other still can get into it. We saw it with Nas and Prodigy.
Nas and Jim Jones.
Jay-Z and Prodigy. We saw Jim Jones, who viewed Nas as his idol. He, bless his heart, he gave it an attempt. We've seen even Dame and Cameron and Mace. Cameron and Mace fighting, friends for years, fighting for years, back to BFFs. New York City, the state of New York, is really weird in that type of energy. But I like it, though. Like,
it's nice competitive dynamic.
Because it keeps that hip-hop spirit. Like, people, they could get into it, they could compete, and then it's all good, you know. And we see that a lot.
Gangsta.
You saw that with DMX versus Jay-Z. But then, you know, DMX and Jay-Z have tracks together where they were cool and all that. We saw with anybody you could think of in New York City, the state of New York, they've all, I think for the most part, battled each other, right?
Yeah,
anyway,
everybody.
Even the ones who are cool with each other.
Including Donald Trump. Also, I'm going to put this on the screen for y'all, just to be clear. Again, I'm open to the idea that they may have a song together. He said everybody's in trouble. I'm going to be honest with y'all. A rattlesnake, to me, have you ever seen one in person? Once it start rattling, you be like, nah, everything's cool. You usually kind of get out the way. So Fool's Mate. All right, let's go back into this again. It says here, the mate can be achieved in 2 moves. Only by black giving checkmate on the second move with the queen. Fool's Mate received its name because it can only occur if white commits an extraordinary blunder. So what would be the extraordinary blunder that has been committed concerning this Jadakiss and 38 Spesh dynamic?
Well, some claim that Jada may have fallen for the trap to come outside. I don't, you know, there's a lot of possibilities. You also have
something that brought up before.
You know, Prince brought this up before. You also, you know, had DJ called in and talk about the 38 situation as well, and Jada. Who knows where this is going to go, but definitely excited. And also, I like the confidence from 38. He should be confident He is a real lyricist. You know, some people were talking about him like he's like just Obama. It's like, bro, you know,
Bro, you can't even some of the way y'all been talking about 38 Special online. I said, dog, y'all can't even talk about Soulja Boy like that.
I feel like people.
They try to call the fight early.
I feel like people are confused. I like, y'all say don't care about the billboards, but then dick write the billboards. Then y'all say let's keep it hip hop. It's not about views or followers or this and that, but then that's what you make it about. If we're keeping it purely on the music, you know, this will be a very, really, really entertaining match.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. I would definitely be interested in seeing what Jadakiss would have to say. You know, and Jim Jones did say something, although 38 Special and Jimmy kind of got into it a little bit. But Jim Jones did tell Jadakiss, I think when he was on the Joe and Jada podcast, he told him that, he said to Jadakiss, he said, you know, you still got to come outside and show people, like, who you are. He said,
everybody's on alert right now. Yeah. Fat Joe was trying to cook on 38. You know, I like DJ, look what you did. I was like, this is DJ fault. Because DJ called in, yo, Thought Crime, I think Drake is back in 38.
Yeah, overnight you saw everybody on 38 Special.
I was like, guys, I don't know if that's true or not, although, you know, DJ, he's always 10 steps ahead of everybody. But, you know, after that, everybody was just like cooking on 38. Oh, I'm like, bro, we don't even know if it's true or not. And y'all already trying to prepare to knife up 38, not even giving him a chance to put out a fucking record.
Well, it won't go that way. I always tell y'all the swing vote is the majority vote. I know people love their stand bases and their fan bases, but I have seen people's fan base get on them when their king or queen put out a doo-doo track. All right? So it don't matter how much you don't touch my son. Hey man, if they getting hit, you gotta get out the way, man. All right. So I'm just being honest with you all. It does not seem like the most friendly title for a song. Okay?
It doesn't. It seems like he's coming straight for the king.
Also, again, guys, in about an hour and 15 minutes, B.More and Sin both will be live.
6 o'clock, 6:15 p.m.
Yes, 6:15.
We're going to have a live show, not just on astrology, but we do esoteric topics in general. And we will be live tonight at 6:15. You know, also talking about, you know, how to defend yourself when people be, you know, trying to do black magic, whether it's on your relationships and stuff like that. You know, and sometimes it can even be from fans. You know, so you got to keep that in mind too. Sometimes people who admire you or people who are fans of yours can also give you an evil eye, can also be covet what you got. So these are some of the things that B.More and I will be talking about tonight at 6:15 p.m. Also, we have a super chat by Victory.
Man, Victory Status is always play. I told you, love the name. Love the name, powerful name. Victory Status. Shouts out to you. Says here, Victory Status continues on. He goes, good point. I was introduced to 38 through those early Butch tapes. Again, if y'all know the history of Benny the Butcher's coming, nigga. All right, y'all know the history of Butcher and 38 Spesh. They got a long history with each other. And look like a lot of upstate New York niggas, excuse me, you all, are moving around in the yard right now.
Well, so, that's what you said before. You said,
yeah.
I don't know if you said this like a month ago. I don't know. There was some video we did when we mentioned upstate New York, but we talked about how a lot of, you know, that part of New York is keeping hip hop alive in its own unique way.
Yes.
You know, Prince and I, we like the diversity of hip hop. You know, we don't be sensitive about people's it factors. Like, you know, we have people who do pop leading, but still within hip hop. Like we talked about even with, you know, MC Hammer, and who literally is one of the biggest legends when it comes to that form of hip hop. You know, we talked about, you know, even when we were talking about great lyricists like Nas and stuff, you know, a lot of people, they be trying like kick out, you know, certain groups of people within hip hop who enjoy it. And like, you can't do that. There's something for everybody. And like we have right here with, for people who are in for that gritty lyricism, you're getting that from a lot of people from New York right now. You're getting that from so many fire artists, underground and mainstream. You know, you saw, you know, when Jay-Z did his low cut, came out from the Yankee Stadium.
I'm playing game with you niggas.
He saw 50 Cent.
I ain't playing with you niggas.
50 Cent with his cheesy grin. He's up to something, but he said, yeah, it was inspiring.
He cut the hair. That's the Jay-Z I was dissing before.
I told the problem with Jay-Z is when he was doing Buddha Hove, nobody liked it.
Nobody liked it.
You know, even when he was first growing out his hair, you know, 50 was like, you look like a gay painter.
Yeah. Basquiat was catching strays all day.
Everybody was bombing on Jay-Z with the hair. He did the fro where he looked like Ab-Soul meets Eazy-E. The moment he went back to his New York City signature look, everybody was like, that's the look that we like.
The NASDAQ went up. Yeah, so I'm just putting this out here for you all. You know, you heard it here on Thought Crimes First, y'all. I'm just being real with y'all. When I heard Fools Made It, you know, I was looking at people on Twitter, and they was like, nah, man, they got a song, it's cap. It could be, but I'm saying, bro, if you play chess, that's not a friendly move, okay?
It's not. It really isn't.
So, yeah, Jada versus Spesh equals fire. Looks like New York, looks like your economy is getting resuscitated. You're getting a stimulus. Jay-Z's hair follicles is a stimulus to the New York economy, all right?
No, it is.
is.
And also, Ray said, yeah, y'all give Drake high props at times. We give everybody their pros and cons. You know, people expect you just to be like a dick eater and only, I know that's a disgusting term, but...
I just ate too.
And just ride on somebody in favor or against. It's like, that's not what we do on this platform. We talk about the nuances all the time. You know, Drake is great with writing a lot of hooks and things that he does in music. And if people didn't think he was hip hop, they wouldn't get so excited every time he's battling a Meek Mill or Kendrick Lamar or a Pusha T. If you think he's just one way, then y'all shouldn't be all glazing with happiness. Like, oh my God, they just defeated the great Drake. At the same time, I say the same thing with Kendrick, where people be like acting like Kendrick doesn't have a great discography.
He does. He got a great
acting
one.
like he's not great with penmanship and all that. Like, stop it. Like, you know. So I don't want to get into like stand-up because it just rots the brain. You know, and people could do what they do, but over here, we're going to do whatever we want. And we also like people who have various opinions, of course, in the chat. You know, I don't want to be in an echo chamber, like I said. You know, if people still think somebody is ass, whoever it is, that's their prerogative. But I don't feel like pretending somebody doesn't have no type of it factor when obviously everybody's still paying attention to them.
Yeah, if you get in that situation and you're in an echo chamber, you're gonna start sounding like Joe Biden. All right, so I'm not interested in that. But also, if
you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Shouts out to J Diamond D in the building. Says here, upstate New York and NYC has always been divided. We always were blackballed. 38 did this by his lonely, no industry help. Not many New York rappers can say that. I do mess with 38 on that one, that independent spree. All right, so shouts out to you. Beautiful, beautiful comment. I couldn't miss it because you got it in all caps. No MF Doom.
We also got Jordan in the building. Jordan is in the building. He talked about the Rock Nation picnic. He said, the Roots picnic. My bad. He said
the Rock Nation picnic.
But you know, Jordan was, you know, he was spitting his fire on the phone call. I was telling Jordan, you have been the best, you know, representation for the pro Jay-Z people.
The best J representative.
Because I said the Kentucky, he was fucking it up. Y'all gonna put this on! Y'all gonna talk about academics on that Solomon? I'm like, nigga, we don't care. Move. The fuck? You see us talk about the same shit for years now. Before y'all was in our face. Move.
Right.
But
that is funny. But yeah, shouts out to Jordan, man. But yeah, man, actually, you know what's crazy? I don't really see too many raggedy, like off the hinges J representers. They usually, if they call in your thought crimes, what you got against my boy Jay?
Because they seasoned. I mean, you have the rare Kentucky. He sounded young.
He sounded like a young Jay representative.
He sounded stupid. But yeah, like you said, like the Memphis Bleaks and Jordan and the rest of them, they usually come with a sound mind.
You see Memphis Bleak out here? That man is on a media run. I like his last song though. That video he did. What was it called? What was it called? No More? Is that the song called? Yeah, but go ahead.
No, it's because Memphis Bleak is tired of Kaepernick. Why when my song was talking, he was like, yeah,
You see? Now what y'all gotta say?
That's what he was doing throughout the whole conversation.
So really, Here you go, say say something you might saw.
So if I mess with Kaepernick, but why he didn't get back to us? Yeah, we activists, and he come out, he got a deal signed, and I don't even know what that is about. It's like this is just crazy. It's like he didn't call no one back. And then we saw that he signed an agreement. He didn't give a fuck about nothing that was being talked about. He just trying to continue on with the Kaepernick shit.
Yeah. I be laughing at funny stuff. I think Memphis Bleak to me is having the funniest media run right now. He's very serious. He is tired of calling Kaepernick. All right.
But Nessa, she out there in New York City. She gonna be swinging back too, possibly.
Yeah, we'll see.
You see, with Kaepernick, Jay-Z and them, it's either they gonna have some type of agreement and move on, or they gonna be continuing this Cold War with each other. We'll see how it ends up.
Jay-Z fighting a football player. That's crazy. Let's see here. Jay Diamond says, hoping this can unite the state because we have elite spitters all over. Look, this state.
Stove God?
Okay, I got you. It's a typo he has there. Like Stove God Cooks is performing on the same stage as 38. And let's see, he did the hook for the Aroma track, and he's from Syracuse. All right, well, man, listen. All I know is that there's a bit of a renaissance happening right now.
Syracuse?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you, Sam. Syracuse. Boy, they say, that nigga can't read. No, my bad, y'all.
I was like, are you drinking the same shit the game was on?
No.
I said, what the fuck is wrong with Prince?
Syracuse, my bad,
y'all. I was like, Prince, are you drinking?
No, maintaining.
Are you fucking up your liver right now?
No, hell no. Game was up there. Nah, Game almost failed, too. Y'all know Game, that's a big nigga. All right,
they said he was getting drunk off of apple juice. They said it was nothing in there. But go ahead.
Yeah, Syracuse. All right, so yeah, but no, we'll see, man. Again, there's been a lot of activity from upstate New York, and I do believe that definitely plays into this because one thing I know. Here's the thing I always say, folks. I say to the Southerners, man. I always say, the whole tri-state area and the 5 boroughs shit. I said a lot of people, them niggas pick at each other. I don't swear none of it. Upstate niggas are picking at them. All right? So like y'all said, like Homeboy said, Jay, he says, I feel like we've been blackballed, and that's not the first time because that's what 38 Spesh said on the Bag Fuel podcast as well. It says here, I think 38 might have an issue with Stove God because he's from upstate, and he hopped on a track with Kiss dissing him.
Ooh. That's always a slick move, though, that artists do where they go on somebody else's track and they diss. Some people pick it up. Like, when they said allegedly back in the day, Jay-Z was like, nah, don't bring that energy on my track with the whole Biggie thing. But sometimes, to be fair, sometimes people are in on it and sometimes they not. Right. Sometimes they don't know what the fuck the other nigga is saying. But that's like an art of war tactic because then now the other guy get paranoid like, yo, are both of y'all after me?
Yeah, you got to give that to Tupac. He started all of that. Shouts out to Dope and Apologetic says here, just listening and laughing. Absolutely.
Thank you, Dope, for the super chat.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. But yeah, so again, Fools Made, for you guys to see the official terminology on the stream, the definition of the chess move itself. When I did hear 38 Spesh, at the time, he said everybody's going to get it. He said Fools Made. And, I did go online. I just was reading comments and people was like, nah, it's bullshit. They probably got songs together. I say, that's not the most sincere situation right there. That does sound like war. And we know within hip hop, one of the metaphorical euphemisms that they've loved to use over and over when quote unquote plotting is the chessboard, the grand chessboard. No Brzezinski, right? But the grand chessboard, they always like to liken their strategy and war tactics to
because
using a chessboard.
Chess is one of the greatest games created, and it is aligned to war. Even when there are certain chess pieces that are made to be sacrificed. That's why, if someone has you as a pawn on their chessboard, you're in a bad situation. You're not even a fucking knight. That's why I even tell people in independent media, you got to be careful. You never want nobody to lure you out to be a pawn because you are the sacrifice. And We've seen that in politics with the fall guy or fall girl. We've seen that with, in business with corporate hit pieces and corporate sabotage. We've seen it in all industries before. So chess is just universally an amazing game. It got a lot of esoteric energy connected to it as well. And this is why so many people use it in their music, when they always are trying to illustrate, that they're ready for war, or they're ready to make a strategic play.
Yeah, so, again, I'm going to be interested in seeing exactly what takes place, and, we'll have y'all a post, and we'll let you guys know when we have some of the things worked out in the process. But they said, for the most part, I think Gully TV posted on his social media, he looked like he was on the video set, and I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't see Jadakiss's, I didn't see his bald head or his fresh cut. So, like I said, I get it. I would love to see if both of the guys get on the track together, but also I would love to see if they battle too. So, I could go either way.
And you know what's worse too? When somebody doesn't know their pawn. Like, at least in The Dark Knight Rises, when you see, he said, brother, he was like, it's time for you to sacrifice yourself, like a suicide bomber. Yeah. And
he put his seatbelt back on.
For Bane.
Yeah.
Bane put his seatbelt back on, and the guy sacrificed.
One of us must stay.
Right. But he was a willing pawn, though. Yeah. He's like, I know I'm the sacrifice. I'm fine with that. Respect. But there are a lot of people who don't know that they're pawns and they're being sacrificed. And that's, to me, is like a pretty damn sad situation. Like what actually eventually ended up happening with Bane.
Yeah.
Because in the movie.
Oh, yeah,
Talia had him be the pawn.
He found out he was the top hoe.
Yeah, he was like, he was shocked too.
She stabbed me. Oh.
We got another super chat from Scooby.
All right, shouts out to Scoob, Big Scoob in the building with the Thought Crimes t-shirt merch on. Shouts out to you, Big Scoob, by the way. Y'all be sure y'all can follow his channel and subscribe to him as well. He said that wasn't apple juice this time. That boy was lit. He stripped down to stretch out the white beater.
He was stretching out that white beater.
Okay, he stripped down to his stretched out white beater. Yeah.
He was. Why was the white why was the beater stretched out at the bottom? I said, Game, how you got bloated that fast?
Drinking.
His weight go up and down mysteriously quickly.
He got a graham cracker nose. You already know that.
One day his belly flat, next day is bloated. Then 5 months pass, it's flat again. I don't know what diet the Game be on.
The Game was cutting up, man, and he has this ritual he does where he just downs a bottle and then he starts rapping, right? And I'm gonna be real. When Game showed up on the verses, he looked like an X-Men mutant.
That's what I was doing, because he had the jacket. No, he did look like he was a part of the X.
He did. Game looked like an X-Men mutant.
Yeah, like a depressed Logan Wolverine. Like, what the hell?
Logan.
But getting back to 38 and Jada, to bring up what Black McBain saying, maybe they are just rapping. We'll see.
Well, I don't know the dynamics of how serious any of these things go or not until you actually see it laid out. You get what I'm saying? And let me see. Somebody else had an interesting comment. Oh, shouts out to Sean Bates. Sean Bates says, "Hey, what up, Sin and Prince? I've been away for a couple of weeks. Good to be back. You weren't locked up, were you?"
Yeah, please say you're not like.
Shouts out to you, Sean Bates.
On vacation.
Sean Bates, shouts out to you, because we had some people, they be popping in. Yo, Thought Crimes, I was locked up for 2 years. Yo, what's cracking?
That was YouTube Disciple.
So shouts out to you, Sean Bates. But yeah, Game was cutting up as usual. I figured he would anyway. I don't know what people was expecting. Said Game about to get up there and act a fool. But overall, I will say, even drunk, he still to me was the better performer. All right.
You are in the minority with that.
What do you mean?
People.
I'm talking about vocally.
Oh, vocally.
Yeah. No, hell, but
yeah, because the stage presence, YG was more organized. He was like, had more energy. But again, it was a Super Friends thing. It wasn't even really a versus. It's like they basically just did it to promote the Red Nation track and all that, which we'll get to more on Monday. But
They did it to promote Complex or Bombplex. You saw that shit? Bombplex.
I know.
Hey, man, listen, y'all. That's why it's very important to own media, all right? But, yeah, so we're going to be interested in seeing exactly what takes place, and I'm not going to lie to y'all, as long as it don't go left. But I actually would like to see 38 Spesh carry out the chess move.
Oh, also,
I'm going to be real with y'all, because then Jadakiss got to come outside.
How you feel about Memphis Bleak? He said Fat Joe is the Ice Cube of New York City, of the state of New York. He said, and I'm paraphrasing. Y'all tell me, for the people out there who was watching Memphis on Joe and Jada podcast. Did he say that Fat Joe was the East Coast or New York version of Ice Cube? Am I getting that correct?
I watched it. What he was saying is that he was giving Fat Joe his praises for his longevity, because Fat Joe been in the game. I think his first album came out like in 91 and 92, right? So he's been rapping ever since, or at least he's been allegedly either pressing or extorting niggas behind the scenes since 92. Allegedly. I don't know. I wasn't there. Protecting Tupac and then shouting out Biggie and all this other stuff. So, but Bleak is just outside talking, the Brooklyn bullshit. That's what he doing. Yo, my nigga. Yo, my nigga. As soon as Bleak starts that, yo, my nigga.
Yeah, boss, what?
Yeah, my nigga. Yo, you? Yo, we gotta put some respect on your name. My G, you up there like with Ice Cube.
What?
Yo, for real.
Fat Joe really was off guard with that. He said, I'm Ice Cube of the East Coast. What the fuck? Also, we got 2 super chats.
Shouts out to the Cruel Guy, and we appreciate the donations, and shouts out to TCZ and the Think Tank. Massive. We appreciate you guys
KJ.
so much, y'all. So thank you. I'm going to be honest with you all. I am very entertained by New York niggas right now. All right. I love it. I like the idea that Jay-Z has been fighting with the barbershop clippers. All right. I like the idea that Memphis Bleak is like, I had enough. Look at Memphis Bleak's face right here. I had enough. You ain't gonna mess up my retirement. So, and then Fat Joe did look surprised when Bleak was giving him that level of praise, but then Fat Joe was like, well, that's what I be trying to tell niggas.
He said, I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
Fake nigga. Also, Dark Horse has an Illuminati theory. Let's get the Illuminati going.
All right, then let's get into it. All right. Let's get into the this, by the way, filmed by Ryan Coogler. All right, what is the theory?
Okay, he feels like he was eulogizing YG when he was giving him his flowers. It said Dark Horse was thinking YG may be a future sacrifice. Where's the Illuminati button again? This is not a thought crime theory. It's a Dark Horse theory. Okay. All right. That was Dark Horse Illuminati theory of the day.
He may feel he might be going to prison.
All right. What else you want to talk about before we eventually end off? Because B.More and I have to do our
6:15 today.
Yes.
You guys on Patreon. The Patreon link, I think I put it in the chat. Did I put it in the chat?
No, it's not pinned to the top at the chat.
Hold on, man.
Didn't put it in the chat yet.
Wait a minute. One second. No, we had to put it back up there again, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. But listen, Sid and B.More, they're going to be live actually in about 30 plus minutes. Again, on the Patreon, this is going to be on the esoteric tier. They're going to be breaking some things down, dealing with the evil eye. Some of the people do ask about their chart, or they have questions about astrology. They'll say, you guys, I understand that John D. Rockefeller uses it or used it to dominate parts of the world. Thought crimes, how can I dominate the world? So we appreciate you guys so much. Too, by the way, so I'm going to put this link into the chat so you guys can get over to it. As far as YG goes, y'all know they had him detained because I guess they said they're doing a search warrant or questions concerning the murder or the murder of Drakeo. Again, that's something to pay attention to as well. So
Yeah, we don't pretend like we know who killed Drakeo the ruler. We don't know.
no,
But you have other people on YouTube who's putting out their thing, doing their thing, feeling like they're doing their own investigation. We'll see what happens with all of this drama. Also, Intra said 38 is trash. Why? What's so funny about the New York City conversation, or New York as a state as a whole?
yes.
Like an hour ago, someone said Jadakiss not even top 20.
I saw that.
And then now we have Introvert saying 38 is trash, which is funny. It's always going to be somebody who's going to say something like that.
It's always going to be like that.
Also, shout out to Society, also Ray as well, Ariel, Robbie, Ghost, everybody who's in here, Two-Face Tom, Mr. Dark Horse, and just everybody who's coming in. We appreciate y'all. Go ahead, Prince.
Yeah, just again, I'm going to put this out here one more time for you guys to check it out. And guys, get over there right now. Get your seats while you can, because there ain't no more room. But again, for the esoteric tier, B.More and Sin will be live. And they're going to be doing an awesome breakdown like they normally do. They do this every Friday at 6:15 p.m. on the esoteric tier, so to let you guys know about that.
Also, Josh said that Wayno said it had nothing to do with that, according to his source. Ja, what are you referring to? What's he referring to? Which comment you made? Let us know, Ja, what comment you're referring to with the Wayno. And also, we got a super chat from Ariel.
Ariel says, I never understood the Goutfoot Joe hype. That's funny. I don't think Fat Joe or Fat Joe's that talented. Possibly incoming Rock Nation scam coming. Watch out, Fat Joe. Hey, man, buddy. Watch out. Thank you, Ariel. We appreciate you guys so much. Listen, again, look. That's what was floating all up and down social media about YG and Drakeo, the ruler. Again, I don't care to have no debates about what it is or what it isn't. And again, I actually don't trust a lot of hip-hop media anyway, because my perspective, a lot of niggas have been wrong.
Well, not just about being wrong. Anybody could be wrong with their opinion. It's hard.
It's a lot of the skewing, though.
Yeah,
the forced skewing.
It's hard to take industry platforms serious sometimes in hip-hop, or the platforms that are trying to get into those spaces, because they veer off too much from the strengths and weaknesses of each person.
Yeah.
It's like what Jordan said. Jordan, we know for his people, they like Drake stuff, right?
Yeah, they do.
But Jay-Z's number one.
He's
We also broke this down, I think it was last year, where we told people, like with the Michael Eric Dysons and the Elliots and all that.
Yeah, Jay-Z's number one. And
Drake is always number two to them.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z is always number one to them. That's actually one of the frustrating things in the industry for Drake to have to figure out how to maneuver, because everybody in that space that loves Jay-Z, they put Drake at number two, whether we're talking about Fat Joe, Michael Eric Dyson, Elliot Wilson, and the list goes on and on and on. And that's also been a frustrating thing for him, because he trying to be, number one in everything in the hip hop space, but then you got the legend and this. Basically, Jay-Z is like a walking artifact,
a walking relic.
Yeah. So it's like every time he tries to. Oh, he's like, okay, Jim Jones fucking with me, Fat Joe fucking with me.
They default.
But then they default. They default back to Jay-Z. Yeah.
Yeah, because Jay-Z comes before Drake. It's like when Jay-Z said, "I never looked up to you guys." I was like, yeah, they come after you. So I mean, that would definitely make sense. But the other side of it, we'll see. But again, shouts out to you, the Cruel Guy. You said Wayno made a video earlier this morning talking about it. I'll link it on the Patreon.
Oh, is he talking about what, the YG thing?
I think he's talking about the YG thing. Again.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Like I said, I have no idea what's going on with YG, whether it's true or not, with the whole Drakeo, the ruler situation, or whatever the case is. But Sid and I, we didn't go live on nothing. I mean, I said, well, I don't know what's going on.
We don't got nothing.
Yeah. So
if we have a clue about things like we've done before, we'll let y'all know or give y'all a heads up. With the YG stuff, we're completely in the dark. Just being honest, we don't got nothing on that.
Well, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The lighting on that stage was poor. I was like, man, it sure is dark up here. Like, niggas, turn on the light. Y'all rapping in the back cave.
Turn on the lights. Niggas, can we see?
Yeah, they can't see. Bro, is Game drunk or did he
Oh,
trip?
you're trying to hide your weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I'm like, bro, what's going on? But anyway, yeah, no, going back to the whole situation with Jay-Z and Drake. No, saying that, this is what we stated before. There are a lot of people that really like Jay-Z or love Jay-Z, and they like Drake. It's lifestyle rap at the end of the day. It's just Jay-Z involves more of the dope dealing hustlenomics of it. He's probably, I would say Jay-Z is probably the poster child for dope boys in hip hop. Probably the MJ of dope boys in hip hop.
They put Kendrick energy more in line with like Nas.
Right.
And like, even though we know behind the scenes what Kendrick get busy in, we not like Lord Jamar, who didn't understand what was on the cover of To Pimp a Butterfly. But at the same time though, musically, they aligned him more with like Ice Cube, Nas, Andre 3000, that type of stuff and energy, Lauryn Hill.
The Power said TC got to check in after the game. YG roast LOL. Where y'all from?
No, that's true. It's weird. Like,
check in.
You gotta check in.
I'm not gonna lie, with the Big U opening song, y'all didn't think that was one of the dopest intros for a podcast? Check in.
I thought it was so dumb.
You gotta check in.
I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at. I just saw this old ashy bald man.
Check in.
Kept saying, you better check in. And then you saw even with like Jay Prince, people kept mocking him about doing that check-in stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So when he was on the podcast with Gilly, he said, we don't do no check-ins. I said, stop it. Why you always lying? Come on. Y'all know y'all
Big U wanted to rap. You better check in.
They all do that check-in stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when the baby was, I forgot where he was at, and they was telling him, did you check in?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now that one was I call a Memphis Bleak cap on. Let me tell you why. I was like, I don't know, the baby. This looked like a propaganda marketing. Where were they at? I think he was in South Carolina. No, he was in North Carolina. Where was the baby at when that happened? The one that Sin brought. Was he in Atlanta?
Was he in Atlanta? I thought he was in Georgia.
Yeah, niggas ain't gonna do that to you in no damn Atlanta. They ain't gonna think about how they had him walking around like they were gangs in New York. I ain't never seen that in Atlanta. Like, niggas gonna walk around to a video set.
Be on camera and get caught too.
Yeah, the only time I seen a situation like that was with Gucci Mane, but there was real issues in the city that he was having problems with some quote unquote off crip niggas.
All right, we have a super chat.
Yeah, dark lighting. Imagine the amount of house arrest ninjas present at the Versus. There were no women on stage.
Also,
we appreciate you, KJ, forever. Shouts out to you.
Before we head off, Introvert has his Illuminati commentary. Right. He says Prince and Jay-Z are going down very soon because they keep doing dirt publicly. That's Introvert Illuminati comment as well.
We had to reserve those conversations for the Patreon. All right. And Bleak's going to be in the chat. Oh, yeah. All right. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, 6:15 today. I have the link in the chat. It is pinned. Yes, it is pinned. So, y'all click on that link. You can go ahead and get in there. B.More and Sin will continue the conversation on the esoteric tier. They're going to be breaking down, transits, things that have been going on, maybe talking about some loose things in the media and telling guys using those things as examples. But most definitely, they're going to be talking about the evil eye, the effects and the power of it, and what exactly does it mean historically. And again, that's going to be 6:15 p.m. Friday, Esoteric Tier. They do it every Friday, Esoteric Tier at 6:15 p.m.
Oh, also, yeah, Anderson brought up Lil Wayne having Jay-Z #1 and the Missy Elliott as his favorite like rappers and inspiration. And yeah, Drake comes #2. Like what Prince said, like it's gonna happen that way because, when it comes to Jay-Z's longevity in the rap game, and like Prince said, they both are lifestyle rappers. That's why we said, like, even though Drake was all heartbroken, all this other stuff, it's like, bro, like LeBron, Elliott, like those packages that you were connected to in the industry was always putting Jay-Z number one and you number two. It's just that you didn't realize where you was at in those relationships because, you know, people, they were very fond of you. You know,
Yeah.
Elliott was giggly. He was very happy.
Yep.
There was someone who was half black and half Jewish.
Right.
You know, Michael Eric Dyson, you know, and all these other people. But again, these guys have built relationships with Jay-Z before you came out.
Yes.
That's the thing that he's also forgetting.
Yeah.
Remember when Elliott had them dirty braids? He was
Yeah.
out there dissing Nas, saying, it was written as garbage, and technically Jay-Z won the battle.
Yeah.
You know,
When he was editor-in-chief at XXL. I remember I used to read them XXL editor-in-chief columns, and man, he was dissing Nas.
even in 2024 during, you know, the rap battle, we said LeBron is over there with Jay-Z. And then they saw recently in the article
Yes.
how LeBron said, Jay-Z's a mentor to me. He's my big brother. See, in these relationships where these people put, you know, Drake at number two, these relationships, either they see Drake as their equal or somebody they just really fuck with music. Like they think he's just one of the best musically.
But he's none of their mentors.
But yes.
He's none of their gurus.
And
this is Guru J.
yeah, they put, this is Buddha J.
Yep.
Buddha J is, you know, you saw what Michael.
Pete Buddha J.
Remember when Michael Eric Dyson said, when he said when he was at the funeral, when he said, and I should be honored to even touch the cloth of Jay-Z, and I'm sorry if I took a conversation we had behind the scenes,
Dear brother.
and brought it to the front.
Dear brother, I want to say this to you right now. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad J. in the process of the aspect of what it is, and I had the proclivity to expose our much talked about private conversation. And if I have in some way violated the human rights and the Second Amendment of rights of Jay-Z, then I offer my most sincere apologies.
You got to hit them with the Elliott laugh.
Hey man, Elliott Wilson rocks with Jay. You know, he and Drake kind of fell out. You know, but also Elliott Wilson kind of didn't mind breaking up with Drake publicly because he don't see him as, he fucks with his music, but he don't see him as like a guru to him or anything of that nature.
They wanted to be over there with Drake though.
Of course,
they
it's
really
the lifestyle.
Did.
It's the, come on now.
No, we ain't.
I know people don't like it, but we said Drake has cut a lot of people off that actually enjoy being in his space.
They enjoy being with him.
Yeah.
They just enjoy being with Jay-Z more.
And they New Yorkers.
Even the ones who not.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
New York reigns supreme over that part.
But yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting. But yeah, that's always going to be really what the issue is with that whole Jay-Z Drake dynamic, you know, and it is what it is. It's really just two generational lifestyle rappers, you know, and it's kind of like if maybe, I don't know, I can't really say Kobe and Michael Jordan, you know, because they kind of have more of a bit more of a peaceful dynamic. They had clean competitive fun. Jordan and Kobe had clean competitive fun with each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's that. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's actually more like Kobe and Shaq.
Dang, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
their relationship is more like
that's
Kobe
how
and Shaq.
people treat the Drake energy is more like Kobe and Shaq.
It is fantastic
because
yes.
it's like
it's messy.
Yeah, it's messy.
There's drama. There's
It's
emotions
drama
there
everywhere all the time, 24/7. With Elliott and all these people, when they with Jay-Z, it's like Kobe and Michael Jordan. Because even look how Kobe talked about Jay-Z. Kobe like Jay-Z my number one artist, rapper, period. All time, right there. And I think that Kobe may have put like Kendrick maybe like number 2 or something like that, or he was in his top 3 or whatever. Yeah. But Jay-Z was like number 1 status for him.
Yeah, I think Kobe, he was into Jay-Z supremely. He said competitive-wise, he said he felt Kendrick Lamar had the same
energy
spirit,
as him,
right?
Of being competitive, yeah.
And he always wanted the new Lil Wayne album at the time. You know, when Lil Wayne was on his Carter 2, Carter 3 run. Yeah, so it's going to be very interesting, you know, to see how people play this out. I think that's why you're seeing this like this huge rift that's been taking place. But we told you guys about this in 2017, 2018.
They're calling J. Cole pimping.
Oh my God, Scottie Pippen. He don't want the ball, but he want the ball. Scottie Pippen says, "Give me the ball," and he didn't take the shot. I said, "All right, Scottie, that's enough from you." Gucci flip flops.
Why J. Cole always catches strays?
Because it's 3 of them. It's usually 2, but it's the rule of 3 with the millennials. Y'all know that it's usually 2, but with the millennials, with us, it's the rule of 3. That's why J. Cole. People picking on J. Cole. I say, no, it's 3 niggas. The other 2 niggas engaged. The other nigga was like, no, I'm not. I said, all right, well, whatever. Cole is still a dope spitter. I think he's a very dope MC.
We going everything about the fall off.
Yeah,
is so hip hop.
Right.
The magazine.
Yes.
Even him promoting Pretty Face Gangsta.
Yeah, we really messed with that album by Pretty Face Gangsta. PFG. Y'all should check that album out.
Never Say Die.
Yes. Fantastic.
The Sneakers.
Yeah.
J. Cole's definitely gonna be fine. He is like I would say out of the 3, unless he move past just the 3, just like the blog era, he is in the mainstreams. He's definitely showcased that he's a hip hop nerd the most.
You know who started that though?
He showcased it like on some steroids.
Y'all know who the blog era's Rakim is?
Who? Because if you're going to say blog era Rakim, you got to come with it.
Soulja Boy.
Stop it. Don't be disrespectful.
Soulja Boy.
No.
Yes,
who is the
Soulja Boy.
Who is the blog era
He changed everything.
Rakim? Who's the blog era Rakim? Seriously.
I am serious. For the blog era Rakim, I think Kendrick fits more into that with the whole Mystique thing. That's actually one thing Drake was kind of, getting at Kendrick about. He's like, I'm not going to be all this fake Mystique shit.
You're not too. You're a lifestyle rapper.
That part of Drake makes me laugh when he says things like that.
Because your superpower is to be out in the club and to be out doing whatever you're doing. Kendrick coming from the Nas branch and Rakim, his superpower is supposed to be.
Some of them are saying
mysterious.
Lupe or Joe Budden. That's not bad, actually. Shouts out to Hercules.
I mean, there were very young Gen Xers that are definitely led in the block era, which Joe Budden and Lupe Fiasco did. Interesting.
That is interesting.
Okay, Lupe Fiasco, that's not a bad pick.
You're saying Charles Hamilton. Charles Hamilton, until he got punched by Mary J. Blige's niece, I mean, his career was on the ups,
Wow, Introvert actually shocked me. He said Cole is the blog era Rakim.
Well, they both had the same birthday. But why do you say that, though?
Why do you say
That's
that,
what
Introvert? I feel like are you coming because of the cultural stuff that Cole is doing? Like with the magazine and all that?
Because you always got to remember, Rakim changed the format of rapping just in general. But who changed the format for the blog era? That's just so people can be clear. We're not talking about anything else. I want to know who changed the format for the blog era.
Also, Rakim recently dropped. We posted it publicly on our Patreon, so y'all can check it out there.
J. Cole missed the blog era. Okay, shouts out to Black McMahon. I know what you did.
Black McMahon tired of J. Cole.
Mickey Fax has movement. Mickey Fax, he is a blog era rapper. People do typically forget that about him. He actually has some pretty dope projects. And then I think he recused himself to some degree, and I think he went further into like real estate and investment. So yeah, he said Migos currency. Okay, y'all trolling now. All right, some of y'all are just trolling. Again, saying to B.More saying tonight 6:15.
Black McBain said Joe Budden was
on the esoteric tip. But go ahead, Sam.
The block era. Of course, he was one of the major lead creators of the blog era.
I would give you that because Jim Jones, who else? 50 Cent. Around that time, a lot of rappers was dissing Joe Budden and his stretched out sweaty T-shirts because they say you on the internet now. They say you became a blog rapper to some degree. All right. Oh, he says here, Introvert says here, I mean, just like Rakim was the best rapper in the late 80s, I think that defines Cole in the blog era. What do you think about that? Rapping, are you talking about just pure rapping?
I think some people feel lyrically J. Cole for the Block era is one of the best lyricists of all time. I think that the reason why it's controversial is because of how J. Cole engages in battles
with conflict.
With conflict,
Yeah, I think that's the only thing people dox against him.
I think that's why people dox him for that versus other Block era people, whether they're just as lyrical or close to Cole. And some people will argue better depending on, what fan base. Like a lot of people would say that they feel Kendrick lyrically is superior. But I don't know, it depends. I mean, he definitely be rapping. I'm definitely not going to take that away from him. He definitely do be rapping.
Okay, if we, and then before we get up out of here, again, 6:15, ladies and gentlemen, B.More and Sin, the link is pinned in the chat, the think tank for you guys. You guys can get over there and subscribe and get on there. And B.More and Sin every Friday, 6:15 p.m. They do go live and they do the esoteric tier when they're covering things concerning astrology and some other aspects, numerology, things of that nature as well. Now, if we're talking about rapping, okay, if we want to remove the conflict of battling, and we're just talking about sequencing words together, to me, J. Cole is rated pretty high. Kendrick, to me, I would say is the strongest conceptual rapper from the blog era. But I do say when you're talking about just simply pure rapping, I do think there's some other contenders aside of J. Cole. Chance the Rapper's pen game is very highly underrated. I also think the same way with Wale.
What do you think about folks said Wale is more lyrical than J. Cole and more than Rakim?
I think J. Cole and Wale, where they differ at, I think J. Cole's rhyme scheme and his styles, I think he's it's a little bit more fixed like Rakim's flow, right? One of the things that kind of separates Nas and Rakim a little bit is that Nas has a bit more of a elusive flow, if that makes sense to you. But I'll say with Wale, and just to break this part down, I think Wale, he rhymes with a style of finesse that is a bit reminiscent of Jay-Z. Okay, so I think sometimes it just depends on your style. I think they have two different styles, but Wale is a serious rhymer.
Chill Brill said Kendrick done smoke Cole every time they collab. That's a good point too. A lot of their collaborations that they did do together, culturally, to the hip hop audience, many felt that Kendrick, outperformed Cole on those tracks, which I say he did because he was more confident as well on those tracks.
It seemed like he does, like Cole did fall short of some of the moments, and I think it might have been a little bit too much, and I think Kendrick and Cole, I think they got different styles. I actually think
their styles are completely different.
Yeah, I actually think Kendrick and Cole's production works very well versus Cole featuring Kendrick or Kendrick featuring Cole. I personally never really liked them together on a track. That's just my opinion. I actually like them in their own houses. Let them do their own thing.
I agree.
I was not the biggest fan of Kendrick and Cole together on tracks.
Cole and Kendrick actually have had way better chemistry with other people. Yeah. Sometimes, I'm not saying they never had any good ones, but sometimes I feel like it was pretty forced to try to I know a lot of people in hip hop want Cole and Kendrick. It's supposed to be like high on their list for them to like have an album or something together. But right. I just feel that Cole and Kendrick have better chemistry with other people. And then Robbie said that Cole, Drake, and Jay have superior voice clarity, and that it's more of a digestible flow.
Say that again. They said Cole, Kendrick, and Jay. That's what he said?
He said, Robbie said Cole, Drake, and Jay have a superior voice when it comes to clarity. Like, it's very digestible, their flows. Like, people can clearly hear what they're saying.
Oh, yeah. That part, okay, when people say the voice, even with Kendrick Lamar, listen, I'm going to be real with y'all. If you actually listen to Kendrick Lamar speaks, a lot of times he could come across a bit geeky. That because he got that LA accent. And there's like different varying degrees of it. You may have it where it's when Kendrick, how he's using his speaking voice to how you see YG move around, or on the back shoot of like with Nipsey Hussle, because you can clearly distinctly hear there's more of a seasoned accent there. Now, some people they do, like for instance, Jay-Z has has a very distinct. When you hear him, you can hear that he's from New York, but when he's rhyming, it's very clear. Same thing with Drake. That's actually why Jay-Z praised Drake at the beginning of his career. He said his clarity in speech, how he's able to. It's not talking about having perfect English. We're not talking about this. So let me get that out of people's mind. We're talking about.
Yeah. They're not talking about like on a lyric, like when they're talking about literature or having great diction. They just pretty like when he's rapping, you could clearly hear what he's talking about.
Right. So that's a great point, Robbie. Wale is another one. But he's not the only one. I personally think the seasoning in Kendrick's vocals with his accent, I actually think it adds more flavor to where he takes his artwork a lot of times. So that's why I usually, when I hear people say what they don't like, I say sometimes, you guys, it's the accent, because remember, like, let me go a little bit further up. One of the things people had issues with E40 was the accent. It said sound one. In fact, what was the joke they used to throw at a lot of the West Coast niggas? They sound like Bamas. All right, so
with 40, he was getting clowned by Biggie.
Yeah, until Biggie pulled up in that house. Biggie almost got killed out there.
Actually, people don't like it. But chill, bro, I actually fucking agree with you. I think Kendrick and Drake actually have better chemistry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Musically,
fire, yes.
Than Kendrick and Cole.
Yeah,
because
that was the other point you and I, we talked about that before.
Even though Cole and Kendrick's styles are different, sometimes together it could be a little bit lo-fi. You get what I'm saying? With Drake and Kendrick, when they had the few collaborations that they did, not only are they have different styles, but it seems to fuse together way better.
I think Kendrick and Drake, that would make a way more interesting album to me.
It ain't happening though.
Nah, not in this lifetime.
I think
that shit ain't happening.
Pretty Face, Gangster, and Cole. I like Cole to keep going in that direction. With Kendrick, I would like more like maybe even him and J-Rock. I think
I would rather hear a Kendrick and J-Rock album before I hear a Kendrick and Cole album.
I agree.
But no, that's something actually Sid and I talked about before, because most of the features, even when you add another person in the mix or two other people, even fucking Problems, Kendrick, Drake, 2 Chainz, and A$AP Rocky, that was a classic song.
And I think also, I'm going to be honest, I think Drake understood that. I think that's why on First Person Shooter, that's why originally he wanted Kendrick on there. Or, even on the third verse with Stat, you saw him talk about how Drake he kept like wanting to do features or sending features requests to Kendrick. I think sonically he understood that musically they have more chemistry there than the other way around.
And it's crazy because Drake and Cole got better chemistry with each other than Kendrick and Cole.
I agree with that too.
Yeah, so, I just think that's interesting. But yeah, we'll see where everything continues to go as well with that. But no, I'm not trying to be funny. I did listen to the Black Friday with Kendrick and Cole. I wasn't really the biggest fan of the beat switches and stuff like that. I didn't really care.
What do you think about Anderson saying he want Cole to rap with locks? That's not bad. Actually,
what's funny? Cole does well when he time travels. When Cole goes back and like he did the joint with Gangstar, Diamonds, that was a beautiful track.
Why don't he also just do a track with Big Daddy Kane?
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah,
Cole is a time traveler. He's Marty McFly. Marty McCole.
All the J. Cole fans, y'all should tell
your
Cole
boy to time travel.
Do some little EP or something with Big Daddy Kane. That shit would be fire. And also, Wale and Big Crit, who would you want to see them, collaborate with or do something with?
First of all, each other. I don't think that would be a bad idea. Wale and Big Crit collaborating with each other. Wale. I don't know. I actually would see. I like to see collaborations with Wale and Larry June. I would like to see where they go with that if they hadn't already done the song together. I know Larry June got like a million projects. I probably listened to 75% of Larry June.
I would also like to hear Big Crit and Jid.
I think that would work. I think I can see that.
Also, Mike says real TDE want Dot and East Side Johnny. Okay.
Okay, I can see that. I can see that.
Okay, we can see that.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be real with you. I actually like that whole. I think the TDE, what was it? It was Soul. It was Schoolboy Q, and then it was Kendrick, and then Eastside Johnny. It would be J Rock, right? Them niggas all have fantastic chemistry with each other. Also, shouts out to Victory Status. I'm gonna put this up here real quick. Victory Status says here, Dwan B calls it Kendrick Drake a cross blend. Remember, E40 and Lil Jon did very well, and so did Crit and Wiz.
Yeah, and when
people forget about that too, by the way.
When people have distinct styles that is like there's nothing about it that
Similar.
overlap.
Yeah.
A lot of times you get a lot of dope work from those people.
Right.
Like we saw it with Ye and Jay-Z. With Watch the Throne and a lot of the, even with, I know it was other people like Pusha T. Everybody did a great job on So Paul, but it's one of the unfortunate casualties when people don't get along with each other.
That happens a lot.
Ye and Jay-Z had a great chemistry with each other, and they were totally different as artists.
Yeah. But the E40 Lil Jon run was really good. Starting off, I think, with the Ball Street Journal, and then he went into the Tell Me When to Go, Muscle Cars. Lil Jon did the drums. And even still to this day, I think they still do some loose collaboration. Actually, E40, he got an album coming out, like 4 discs. But yes, absolutely, Crit and Wiz wasn't a bad combo. I usually don't like listening to Wiz Khalifa when he's just by himself. I actually think he pairs well with other artists pretty good. Let me see.
What do you think about Black Big Bang said Tierra Whack and Keem?
That's actually not bad.
Even like on a Baby Keem production.
That's not bad. No, Keem, I do think like, the Lekele 47s and all that type of stuff, because he got a bit of a. I think that would be pretty good. I don't think that's really bad. I really don't. I don't think that's too bad.
Hercules said a toxic duo he would like to see is Trinidad James and Future.
I don't mind that. I think some of the work I've listened to with Trinidad James, because he still makes music, I don't think it's really been bad. But he's been on different types of production lately.
We got another one, interesting one. Rome Streetz and Eminem from Mr. Joe.
Well, I will see, because I would like to see if Rome Streetz will elevate his bar game with Eminem as well, or will he look to keep his own style and make it more of a signature? Because even though
Eminem
people say
adapt to Rome Streetz style.
I don't think so. Come on, Sam. That's what I said.
He said Prince thought about it for 2 seconds. Said no.
He doesn't. He can't. He. It's not really backwards compatibility there. Also, real quick, just what I'm saying about not for Rome Streetz to adapt to Eminem. I'm saying putting up a performance enough where hip hop conversations could be more balanced. But go ahead.
Know what sucks is R.I.P. to MF Doom. Because I feel MF Doom would sound great with Rome Streetz. Someone who's alive right now, though, who also I personally think would sound great with him is Ghostface Killer.
GFK, No Action Bronson. That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. My favorite Wu-Tang member.
I also, even though he's bringing up Ken Carson and Baby King, Aerial Smoke, which is a great idea, I also think Ken Carson would sound great with Rome Streetz, too. Yeah,
I think so, too. Because I think people need to get back to being more flexible with different production styles, too. Actually, we was looking at the remix to Bootylicious. It was randomly. It popped up. And and I was telling Sin, I said, you know what? Do you remember when the remix was a completely different song?
Yes. A remix is dun, 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 dun. This is the remix. No. And I say, yeah. And I say, no. And I say, yeah. Baby, I don't want me, that's on my mind. I want you. And then why clap? This is the remix.
This is the remix. Fuck Ice. This is the remix. This is the Duplessis. Ooh, oot.
This is the remix.
That's the remix. Yeah, you know. So I definitely would like to see, you know, those types of situations. I think Rome Streets. If he hadn't done, I'd like to see him on some Black Milk production too. You know, so I mean, I'm just. I think it's fantastic.
Prince Gilbert
got 2 minutes. Let's go.
Brought up a great point before we close off. Even though they're better people who have better chemistry with each other than Kendrick and Cole, Cole does do good production for Kendrick.
Yeah, that's the point I bring up. I always say
Cole does actually great production for Kendrick.
I will say this about J. Cole. Production-wise, when he's giving it to another artist, you can't sleep on him. That work he did for PFG, fantastic. I said this is some of the most crisp production I've heard from J. Cole. You know, and it really allowed for Pretty Face Gangster to be elevated and get his points across. High Power was produced by J. Cole.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a fire track. So that's why I said earlier, I actually prefer Kendrick Lamar paired with J. Cole's production versus, you know, J. Cole and Kendrick. I'm not saying it sucks, you know. I'm just saying it doesn't always. The songs never, when they were together, it never really held my attention. You know, I kind of like floated off and did other shit.
Also, Black Dot said Rock is from Long Island, FYI. Also, let's see what else people are saying in here. The Powerful said Cole produced Kendrick album will be fire. And again, I guess that's what we're going to be closing out to, guys. We'll talk about more hip hop on Monday.
Oot.
And B.More and I are only going to be on for probably like an hour and 30 minutes because if 38 drops some fire, you might see us back outside one more time before Monday.
It'll be midnight, though. They said he's going to be dropping at midnight. And shouts out to the Wu-Tang Community Forum. I know you guys are saying, you know, it's probably going to be a collaborative album. He's probably going to have 38 Spesh, Jadakiss, Rock Marciano. You guys say he's going to probably have Styles P from the Locks.
I will say
fantasy football. I love it, y'all.
I will say 38 did do a great job in his media tour for creating a build-up. So we'll see what happens.
Do you think it's better than Memphis Bleak, though? Bleak on fire right now with the media tour.
Bleak on the tour. Bleak on tour to get rid of Kaepernick. Because what Meek job is, he's trying to find out all the people he feel who are doing hidden campaigns on Jay-Z, and then try to bring them out and dissect the talking points towards Jay-Z. That's what Memphis is trying to do.
Y'all gonna get Bleak angry enough, he gonna snatch that hat off his head and point at the camera. I'm talking to you, niggas.
Sorry, but Memphis looked like an alien with his cap on. Did they hear?
Yeah, the exfoliated skull.
He did. It's a clean skull.
It's a shiny head.
But
it's exfoliated.
It looked alien-like though.
He looked like a Men in Black disguise.
Right. All right, guys, we're going to close out here. Peace. We love y'all. We're going to be B.More and I are going to be on the Patreon right now at 6:15 p.m. Peace.
Take care. Peace.
CRIMEZ.
Come on, man.
Thought crimes. Thought crimes.
I saw the check, nigga. Huh?
Thought crimes.
Because I'm free, His eye is understand.
Thought crimes.
Oh my God, what's this?
And I sing happy, and I sing happy, and I sing happy, and I sing
Thought crimes. Thought crimes.
We are all the same. We are all the same. More group days.
Coming through your airwaves. All right, now I'm here to kick the ballistics. Check out Thought Crimes. Are you following me? Coming through your airwaves. Coming through your airways. You ain't gonna get me with that one.